Hey guys, now in this video let's see a demo of storage queue triggered Azure function. So it will be a simple demo. Now we already have a storage queue created. Now we will create Azure function in Visual Studio, and finally we will add a message to this storage queue, and we will see that this Azure function now should get triggered. That means the message which we add in this queue, that should be available in our Azure function. Now as we are in Azure, and let's open our storage account. Now under data storage, let's click on queues, and we have already created this queue. So guys, creating this queue is really simple. You just have to click on this plus queue. Now let's open this queue. So as of now there is no message in this queue. Now let's go to the Visual Studio and let's create our Azure function. So guys, we are in Visual Studio and we are creating a new project. So let's select this Azure functions. Next, let's give name to our project. So I will say Azure function storage queue demo. Next, and now guys, this is important. See this drop down. From this drop down we have to select this, that is queue trigger. Now we have to give the connection string setting name. So we can give any name. So let's give some meaningful name. So I will say my queue connection, and then we need to provide the queue name. So our queue name is this one, that is test queue. So let's copy this, let's paste it over here, and now I will say create. So guys, our function is ready. Now the first thing, let's open this local settings.json, and here let's add connection strings. So I will say comma and then connection strings, and the connection setting name, it will be, let's go to this function1.cs, and guys, see this my queue connection. So this is the name we provided when we created this Azure function, right? So let's simply copy this and let's add it as a connection. And now here as a value we need to provide the connection string for our storage account. So let's go to the Azure portal, let's open our storage account, and under storage account on the left hand side under security plus networking, can you see this access keys? Now let's view this connection string and let's copy this connection string. So basically that's it guys. Now when we run this function will get executed whenever a new message arrives in this queue, that is this test queue. So let's run our project. And now guys, our Azure function is running, and now it is listening for new message to arrive in this storage queue, right? So, and let's do one more thing. Let's simply add a debugger on this line number 20. And now let's add a new message in our storage queue. So again we are back in our storage account. Now on the left hand side under data storage queues, let's open our queue, and here now I will say add message, and here I will say test message, and let's say OK. And see, immediately our Azure function has triggered. And now let's check the contents of this variable message, and see this body, it says test message. So that means our function got triggered whenever a new message arrived in this storage queue. So that's it guys. Thanks for listening.